Today, anyone over the age of 75 is eligible to get vaccinated, and that group includes roughly 134,000 people statewide. But getting vaccinated isn't as simple as signing up for a vaccine. In Lane County, residents are being asked to pre-register. One 75-year-old that we spoke with said that he's followed all the guidance, but he's still at a loss for what comes next.
So I've gone online and put my application in, so maybe they've sent me a notice. Today's Monday, maybe they sent me a text. I haven't checked anything this morning.
In Jackson and Josephine counties, mass vaccination clinics have been underway over the past few days to help get more Oregonians vaccinated. However, those 80 and older were not eligible because there weren't enough vaccine doses available. Mass vaccination clinics aren't the only place you can get your shot. 127 pharmacies around the state have received vaccine doses to give out as a part of the federal retail pharmacy program.
Joining us now to talk about the vaccination of additional groups, including those 75 and older, Valerie Lane with Klamath County Public Health. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
So what challenges is the county facing as it sees an increased number of people eligible?
Well, vaccine availability is really the issue, Brian. So we got an email this afternoon that let us know that nationwide we're having inclement weather, and doses that we would have expected to have tomorrow won't be here until Thursday.
So what does that mean for people who have existing appointments, assuming they have appointments, or have the desire to get the vaccine?
At this point, everyone that has been scheduled on vaccine that is already here. So that's not a problem. What people are going to find, though, is they try to make further appointments. Today, the 75-year-olds are eligible. That's 5,000 people, 75 and older, in our community. And we've got 600 first doses coming in this week. So there's a huge gap between what's available and what can actually be offered.
So even if you get on Thursday what you're supposed to get, and that I assume isn't guaranteed at this point, what does that mean for the county moving forward?
The reality is it's going to take us several weeks to serve our population of senior citizens. So every week another group becomes eligible, and we've got 15,000 people over the age of 65. So we're going to be well into May probably before we get all 15,000 served.
Have you received any information about any of the Johnson & Johnson or any of that vaccine, assuming it gets through the federal regulatory process? Would that be something that your county would be eligible to receive?
Absolutely. As soon as we get some more emergency authorizations for vaccines, those come into play for the entire state. And I think most of us are very much hopeful that that will happen sooner rather than later. Johnson & Johnson is a one-shot. Individuals who are looking for resources in our community need to remember that Albertsons came online this week, but that's 100 doses. So that, again, there's a huge gap between people that want to be vaccinated and what's truly available. Our tribes were really wonderful last week and opened up what they had as far as reserves for people to be vaccinated. So there are a lot of different opportunities for people, but they have to keep their ear to the ground, so to speak, to know what's out there.
The vaccination of those 75 and older applies to all Oregon counties, although not all counties are seeing the same vaccination progress. Joining us now to discuss Lake County vaccine progress as more people become available for the vaccine shot, Charlie Twait, CEO at Lake Health District. Thanks very much for being with us.
You bet. Always a pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about what the process is going on right now in your county. What are the numbers and how successful have you been getting vaccine to give folks?
So we have vaccinated well over 1,000 people. Of that, 600 have received their second doses. So the first dose, either in the first part of January, end of December, and then the 28 days later. We are right now doing a vaccine clinic at the fairgrounds, running from 1 to 4. That is for predominantly first dose. We're focusing on the over 80s right now, but if people have called into public health to make an appointment, we're getting them in as best we can.
I guess that is my question. Does 75s and older become available for those vaccines today? What is the process in Lake County for people interested in getting the vaccine?
Well, what they need to do is call the Public Health Department, 541-947-6045. Make an appointment, be prepared to get the vaccine so we have enough and we're scheduled properly and timely. And then we plan for 28 days later to give the second dose. That's the normal plan. Then we've been doing the clinics at the fairgrounds. We'll be doing that here on campus at the health district starting next week.
How have your supplies been coming through? Are you getting the vaccine that you need? Obviously, no one's getting as much as they want, but are you getting what you need to keep the supply moving along?
We get batches of about 100, or well, 100 doses, but 10 vials, and we get that about once a week. Sometimes it's 200. With the advent of adding in the local pharmacy, that will add an additional 100 doses. And again, they'll go through the similar process of making appointments and then getting the shots to all the seniors that we can.
We'll continue that conversation again tonight on Newswatch 12 at 6, so you can join us then for the rest of Brian's conversation.